Over the past few months, I found some new to me products I have really been enjoying. Some of them actually quite surprised me. Most of them are skincare products. If you've been here for a little while, you know I'm a bit of a, let's say, skincare enthusiast. But I also have a supplement and a book I have really been loving. But before I get started, I would love to know, what have you been loving? Anything that has made your life just a bit brighter, please share it down below. Lastly, I have a new microphone. Fingers crossed it's working, and this is the first time I'm trying it. But I felt my old microphone did a poor job of cutting out background noise. I film in front of a window, and there's a street train that comes by every 30 seconds or so. And also Bean, who is still a puppy, is sometimes quite rambunctious when I film. So like I said, I felt my old microphone did a poor job of cutting out all that background noise. Please leave your feedback down below if this does a better job. All right, let's get started. The first thing I have really been enjoying is a new sunscreen, and it is the new Beauty of Josean. This is the Beauty of Josean Relief Sun Aqua Fresh Rice Plus B5. It has an SPF of 50 with a PA rating of 4+. This is a Korean SPF containing 5 advanced, very stable chemical filters, as well as 30% rice seed water, panthenol, oat kernel extract, and beta-glucan. This is a beautiful SPF. You can see I have definitely been using it. In fact, I'm wearing this on my face and neck right now. Now, if you're familiar with the original Beauty of Josean, which is also gorgeous, this one is a bit lighter, a bit more watery. So according to the company, this one is ideal for combination to oily skin, versus this one is a bit better suited for dry to normal skin. I would say I have dry to normal skin, but I actually prefer this one. It sinks in beautifully. It reapplies beautifully. It leaves a gorgeous finish. And because it sinks in so beautifully, it makes it really easy to actually apply enough of. Because to get the SPF promised on the label, which again, this one is an SPF of 50, we have to apply a 1/4 teaspoon of sunscreen to the face alone, another 1/4 teaspoon to the neck. And most SPFs, especially if they are tinted, if I actually apply enough, if I actually apply a 1/4 teaspoon to my face alone, I end up looking like a clown. This one is so easy to apply enough of. In fact, I have a 1/4 teaspoon on my face right now, and you can see it just leaves a nice semi-glowy or maybe glowy finish. I do have lights shining on me, so it makes it a bit more glowy, but I would say it is a slight glowy semi-matte finish. Versus this one, again, this one is beautiful as well. And if you have really dry skin, you might prefer the original. But I found it, especially in summer, almost, I can't get it out, almost too hydrating. And also, so you can see this one definitely takes a bit longer to rub in. It does sink in beautifully eventually, but on me at least, the original always left the tiniest bit of a white cast. I'm not sure if the light actually picks it up, but I think you can maybe see that the original leaves just a tiny bit of a white cast, versus the new one just sinks in beautifully, basically disappears aside from just the slight glow it leaves. So beautiful, beautiful SPF. I like it so much that I already have a backup right here. Now, I did order this on Stylevana, and by the way, I forgot to mention that in the beginning, but everything I'm sharing will be listed and linked down below in the info box. And if I happen to have a discount code, I will also link that down below. But I did purchase this on Stylevana. Since Korean SPFs use filters which are not FDA approved, it is a bit challenging to find Korean SPFs with those filters in the United States. Now, some Korean sunscreen brands, like Beauty of Josean, have actually come out with US compliant versions for which they remove the advanced filters, replacing them with older FDA approved sun filters. So if you want the original Korean SPF containing advanced sun filters, make sure to purchase your Korean SPF on a site like Stylevana, or I will link some other sites down below as well. But beautiful SPF, like I said, I've already repurchased it. I forgot to mention 1.7 ounces sells for around $12 to $15. So the price is great as well. Have you tried the new beauty of Josean? If so, how do you like it? Or do you have a favorite SPF? Please let us know down below. And by the way, if you're looking for a good SPF, next month in May, which is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, my friend Tamara from Tamara's Time is Beauty and myself are posting our annual sunscreen videos, for which between Tamara and I, we tested, I believe, over 25 SPFs. So if you're looking for a good SPF, make sure to not miss that video. I think we will be posting it on May 9th. But talking about SPF, something we know that can boost the efficacy of our SPF is vitamin C. And for the last, I want to say maybe 2 months now, I have been using a new vitamin C serum by Remedy. This is the 15% vitamin C serum, antioxidant complex, and brightening serum. And that's a mouthful. Now, I believe it was either in my last or maybe the one before that, What I'm Loving Right Now videos, I talked about the Educated Mess vitamin C serum, which I still think is absolutely beautiful. Educated Mess uses ascorbic acid, which can be, if one has reactive or sensitive skin, a bit irritating. I found the formulation beautiful and it did not irritate my somewhat reactive skin. But this actually contains a vitamin C derivative, 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, which is said to do the same things as ascorbic acid, help brighten the skin, help with collagen synthesis, and help fight off free radicals without the irritation that can come with ascorbic acid. But what I really like about this serum is that it contains plankton extract, which is a DNA repair enzyme. On top of the 15% vitamin C derivative and plankton extract, this also contains superoxide dismutase, a powerful antioxidant, ferulic acid, another powerful antioxidant, bifidobacter lysate, panthenol, and hyaluronic acid. So it is packed full with antioxidants as well as soothing and hydrating ingredients. It has a very light, I think this is it. You can see I've definitely been using it. I have to reorder it. It has a very light, lotion-like consistency. Sinks in beautifully, plays well with other skincare, and leaves you with a nice glow. It is quite hydrating, so if you have oily skin, this might be all you need. I do apply a moisturizer on top, but like I said, it is quite hydrating. So beautiful vitamin C serum, empty now. I would definitely repurchase it. 1 ounce sells for around $23. So the price is great as well. Let me know if you've tried this, and if so, how did you like it? Or do you have a favorite vitamin C serum? Let us know down below. Talking about moisturizers, a moisturizer I have really been enjoying is the Bowe Microbiome Nourishing Cream. This was sent to me by the company, and honestly, it sat on my shelf for quite a while because I have so many different moisturizers. But when I finally started using it, I couldn't stop using it. I instantly fell in love with it. It has a beautiful, beautiful consistency. Feels very hydrating, but also very nourishing and soothing. In fact, the company says on their website that the Microbiome Nourishing Cream can help repair the skin barrier within an hour, which I thought was probably exaggerated, but I have been using this every morning for probably about 6 weeks now. And about 10 days ago, I was sent a different moisturizer by a different company, which I was really curious about trying. So I stopped using this for a while and tried the new moisturizer. Within 3 days, my face felt like it was on fire. My skin felt super tight. It was red and irritated. I don't know what it was about that moisturizer, but I stopped using it went back to this one, and within a day, my skin was back to normal. So, and that was quite impressive. Now this, amongst some other beautiful ingredients, contains squalene, ceramides, and pre- and postbiotics. And on their website, they share some small, independent clinical studies which show that regular use of the Microbiome Nourishing Cream combined with another one of their products led to a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, increased skin hydration, and an increase in the diversity of the skin microbiome. Again, those studies were quite small, but I have really been enjoying this moisturizer. I love the way it makes my skin feel. I love the way it makes my skin look. It gives me a really nice glow. And I am amazed how quickly my skin went back to normal when I went back to this moisturizer after it again was on fire from trying the other moisturizer. I've already repurchased this, and what I really appreciate about this as well is that I can just purchase a refill. I get so many products sent to me and I purchase so many products that I honestly feel guilty about all the trash I create. So if a company actually thinks it through and offers refills, I really appreciate that. So I have already ordered my refill. I believe this retails for $95 and then a refill is $70. I only use this in the morning. It could be used morning and night, but at night I still love my Regelica anti-aging cream. In fact, I think this is my third container and I have a backup right here. So I still use this at night, but in the morning again, I have really been enjoying this moisturizer. If you have tried this or anything by this company, I'm really curious about some other products this company has to offer. Let us know down below. Talking about moisturizers, another moisturizer that was sent to me by the company was the Cetaphil Hydrating and Firming Lotion. And this actually advertises right here on the bottle that 88% of people who use this said their skin looked and felt rejuvenated in one day. If you have been here for a little while, you know I love the Necesaire body retinol. This is one of the few, if not the only body product which has ever made a visible difference in my body skin. I remember about probably 12 years ago now, teaching a yoga class, and I went into a twist and I looked at my arms and I thought, oh my God, I have old lady arms. So ever since then, I have been trying to find a body product which actually makes a difference. And like I said, this is one of the few, if not the only one, which has ever made a visible difference. Since using this, my skin still, I have a ton of sun damage, so my skin could still use some improvement, but it is so much better. But like I said, I was curious about this and I gave it a try. So for the last probably 6 weeks now, I have not been using my Necesaire body lotion, but I have been using this instead, morning and night. Now this contains 10% alpha hydroxy acids as well as a retinol. The Cetaphil lotion does contain a mild alpha hydroxy acid, mandelic acid, as well as glycerin, panthenol, centella asiatica, and sunflower seed oil, but it does not contain a retinol. So this is not a dupe for this. But I have to say I am positively surprised by how much I like this. Now, I can't tell you that I actually saw a difference within a day because I have been using this for quite a while. But when the company sent me this, they also sent me their body cream, which contains the same ingredients, but it's just a bit thicker. I have a friend here in San Diego who is 65 and like me used to be a sun worshipper. And every time I see him, he complains about the look of his arms. So when I got this lotion and the body cream, I gave the body cream to my friend. I kind of forgot about it. But about a week later, I saw my friend and the first thing he said is, look how much better my arms look. I just saw him again yesterday. And again, without me prompting him, he said, look, I don't even have the lotion on right now and my arms still look better. So my friend definitely saw a huge difference. I don't think he used any moisturizer before, so maybe any moisturizer would have made a difference. But he is sold on the Cetaphil body lotion, or he's using the body cream. I can't say that I see a difference from it because this has done all the heavy lifting, but I am surprised by how much I actually like this. And not using this, my skin hasn't gone backwards. So this is just a beautiful lotion. First of all, it is fragrance-free, which I really appreciate. I also appreciate that it is in a pump bottle. I just prefer that with a body lotion. But it has a beautiful consistency. I have it on my arms right now, not that you can tell, but it has a beautiful consistency. It does sink in very easily. It is quite hydrating, but it sinks in easily without leaving a greasy residue. So it is a beautiful moisturizer. And if you are looking for something to improve the look of your skin, but you first of all don't want to spend $60 for a 5-ounce product, this is 16 ounces and it sells for around, I believe, $18. Or you don't want to use retinol or a strong alpha-hydroxy acid, then this would be a great alternative. I, like I said, have really been enjoying it. If you have tried this, let us know down below. Has it made a difference in your skin? Or have you tried anything else which has actually made a visible difference in your body skin? Let us know down below. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, last skincare product right here is the Prequel Scar Stick. This was also sent to me by the company. And honestly, when I first received this, I just threw it in a drawer because I thought, what am I ever going to do with this? Well, then about probably 2 months ago now, I had 2 actinic keratosis spots removed on my forehead. They were frozen off. And one of them was quite deep. And unfortunately, these scabs came off within a few days. And when they came off, I thought, oh, shoot, this is going to leave a scar. Well, I remembered that this was sent to me by the company, so I fished it out of my drawer and I applied it to those spots. I wasn't expecting much, but within, I want to say, 5 days, what I thought would really leave a scar was barely visible. I really wish I would have taken before and after pictures, but unfortunately the only images I have is this video right here, which I filmed about 2 days after the actinic keratosis spots were frozen off. But it's been about 6 or 7 weeks and you can't really see anything anymore. This has sort of gone viral on social media and I can now see why. In fact, some people are putting this under their eyes, around their lips, hoping it will help with wrinkles because it does contain 60% silicone. I'm not sure how much it will help with wrinkles, but I am amazed how quickly it healed these spots to the point where 5 or so weeks later, they're not even visible. So this is a stick, and while it looks white, when applied, and I applied this liberally morning and night, when applied, it is see-through. Now on top of the 60% silicone, which forms a protective barrier, this also contains onion seed extract, Centella asiatica, shea butter, and bisabolol. This is something I will always have on hand now, and just in case I have another scab that comes off or a pimple which would otherwise leave a mark or who knows what. If you have tried this, let us know down below. Or if you have a favorite scar, solution, stick, ointment, whatever, let us know down below. All right, next I have a supplement which has really been helping me, and it is the Seed Probiotic. Now, I am not usually big on, while I take my share of supplements, I'm not usually big on taking probiotics because first of all, I eat a diet rich in pre- and probiotic foods. And I'm also always a bit skeptical of the efficacy of probiotics. I have taken them in the past if I had to take antibiotics or something, but it's not something I take on a regular basis. But about probably 3 months ago now, I had a stomach bug. Once I got over the stomach bug, suddenly throughout the day, I would get these waves of nausea and stomach pain, feeling like somebody is just hitting my stomach, like little baby fists were hitting my stomach. It was quite strange. And it was something that happened every single day. So I did a bit of research, and for some reason in my research, this probiotic kept popping up. So I thought, what do I have to lose aside from $50? So I ordered this on Amazon, started taking it, And within 2 days, the strange nausea and the little baby fizz hitting my stomach completely stopped. Could be placebo, who knows? But I have been using these for about 3 weeks now, and the nausea and the baby fizz haven't returned. So I'm going to continue taking these for a little while longer and then stop and see how it goes. But I've already repurchased these. And what I like about this as well, just like the moisturizer I just shared, is that you can purchase refills. So once you have the glass container, you just buy the little refill packages and pour them in here. Again, less trash, which I really appreciate. And the capsules are just these little green capsules. You take 2 a day. Like I said, it could be placebo. It could be that the bug just finally ran its course. But after 2 days of using these, I felt so much better. So I am going to continue using these for a bit longer and then stop and see how it goes. They did have some amazing reviews online, which is also why I purchased them. I have no affiliation with the company. In fact, I tried to reach out to get a discount code so you guys can use it and I can use it myself, but it was so complicated that I gave up. If you want me to try it again, if any of you are interested in purchasing this with a discount code, I will try again. Let me know down below. If you have used this seed probiotic, let us know down below what it did for you. Or if you have a favorite probiotic which you have actually noticed a difference from. This is really one of the few probiotics I have ever noticed a difference from. Again, could be placebo, who knows? But if you have one you've noticed a difference from, please let us know down below. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is a book I have really been enjoying. I like to read before I go to bed. I like to go to bed a bit earlier, half an hour or so earlier, and then just read until I get tired. It helps me to relax, gets me out of my own head into somebody else's life or somebody else's story. And a book I have really been enjoying is called Lady Tan's Circle of Women. I actually finished the book a couple of months ago, but it stuck with me. And I'm just going to read what it says about the book because for some reason with this particular book, I have a hard time putting in words what it is about. So Lady Tan's Circle of Women is historical fiction based on the life of Tian Yangxin. I hope I'm not butchering that. A 15th century female physician in Ming Dynasty China. It follows her journey from a restricted childhood to becoming a healer for women, focusing on themes of female friendship and overcoming societal limitations. So it is historical fiction, and there were so many things I loved about this book. First of all, it was very well written. Secondly, I have always been fascinated by Chinese medicine, and this being based on a true story, I learned quite a bit about Chinese medicine, which was fascinating. Lastly, it was, again, fascinating, but also shocking to learn about how women back then in China lived and what they had to endure and put up with. Really good book. Hopefully some of you will enjoy it as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I would love to know what have you been loving. Anything that has made your life just a bit brighter, please share down below. Please give me feedback on this microphone. Fingers crossed, it's working and it's doing a better job of cutting out background noise. Thank you so much for being here. Any other questions or comments, of course, leave them down below. Always love to hear from you. Again, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.